welcome back, intrepid journeyman, to the quest to save the dwarves. If you have not, you're not a member of the Patreon. Well, first of all, will someone tell me what the fuck episode this is? Is this Patreon or free?
This one's free.
Okay, Then you've missed. I was gonna say a lot, but then I realized actually not that much. We basically drove from the store and made it to the dwarves' library. We haggled back and forth. I am, of course, Torben Snakebite, the Viking Goliath. I'm joined by Barry Claus, who is a bear, but also we are able to communicate with the bear. Well, the bear.
We're not allowed to.
The podcast listeners hear the bear's consciousness. And then, of course, we have Ken Dressings, not his real name. His real name was Ricky Magic.
No, both are my real name. It's Ken Dressings or Ricky Magic, depending on, it's like my Thai name.
Forgive me.
Like you have different names.
My understanding was that you were Ricky Magic and then happened to get a job at a different Ricky Magic's audio emporium and had to take on
Ricky
Ken
Magic's
Dressings.
premium audio, premier audio slot, and had to change my name just because I didn't want them to think I was the boss, and I couldn't give them special discounts. You got to pay tax. Just because my name is on the front page, you got to pay tax.
And then, of course, Domino Simpson, our intrepid producer / guy who just said he's going to wait at the by the car. And then Dungeon Master Joey is here. Last we left, we are inside the Dwarven Library. What we found, the mission we have been sent on by Vic and Tony, I believe are they the Russo brothers?
The Rocco brothers.
The Rocco brothers. The mission we have been sent on is to save the dwarves' entire history, basically their bloodline. And we have just finished one of the world's all-time most frustrating negotiations with a gentleman by the name of Voloft, where Ricky Magic continually negotiated for a magic sack and repeatedly threw it in the fire. We are now walking away with, I believe, some supplements from Voloft. We are following arrows that Barry Claus claims to see in the wall because we had an opportunity to get a map from Voloft and we fucked that up. So let's continue. Barry Claus, lead us.
So like I said, I if we just follow the arrows on the wall, I think that will help us.
I second Barry.
All right, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick though. So, anyone know? Does anyone know there's a bathroom?
May I ask number 2 or number 1?
I'll hold it. Let's follow this thing. Dungeon Master.
You ready?
Well, hold on.
We're ready.
If you have to go, I'm fine with you going. I don't want you to be uncomfortable.
I'm in the
What
orange.
did you eat?
I made hard-boiled eggs, but they're more over soft. So they're all right. I think they may be hitting me, but maybe they'll hit me later.
How come
What?
How come there's so many kinds of eggs? It's like, some foods, it's really only a couple ways you can cook it, but with eggs, it's like, come on already.
I don't know, man. Pretty much any food, there's multiple ways. Even cereal, you can have it dry, you can have it with milk. Steak.
Yeah, I know.
Hamburgers. It's all different.
No, Ricky, here I must side with Barry. The eggs, they're always saying, like, I'll take it medium over hard or hard soft or sunny side down. I don't know.
Yeah,
Anytime anyone asks me for any type of fried egg, I make it the same way no matter what they say.
It's incredible edible egg. You don't remember that? It's multi-uses.
I remember that. It's just like, you got to have a chart,
It's
like,
true. Someone should come up with a chart.
Yeah. The person comes over and they go, how would you like your eggs? And then it's like, It feels like a therapy appointment.
You just say the thing you like. You just say, I like them this way. I don't understand.
It's not that easy.
It's not that easy. It's not that easy because what if they say, I'll have them over medium? Well, I don't know what that means.
Don't get that. Well, you don't get it.
No, but I'm saying if I'm making eggs for a guest.
No, listen, eggs are like the DeVry Institute. You learn this tool, you keep the tool. You learn over easy, you can now eat over easy or serve it. If someone says, I want over medium, you go, sorry, pal, this ain't a restaurant, this is my house. Everyone gets scrambled.
Okay.
That's when you're doing eggs and someone decides they want something different, you go, no. Everyone's doing scrambled, and everyone gets scrambled. Now, shall we save the dwarves?
Well, I have one more thing to say about eggs. Well, you mentioned it being like the DeVry Institute.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of those are 2-year, those are 4-year degrees. That goes back to what I was saying. It's like I feel like I have to go to school for years just in order to order breakfast.
I don't think you remember the commercial for DeVry Institute. The commercial for DeVry Institute explained that once you learn the tool, you got to keep the tool. And that's how eggs are. You learn how to make the egg, now it's in your arsenal and you can use it. So that's what I'm saying. You don't have to, if someone tells you no one knows how to make hollandaise sauce. It's like no one's getting, what are those kind of eggs with hollandaise? Benedict. You go to someone's house and they know how to do Benedict. That's a chef. So, you know what I mean? Chefs know how to do Benedict. Nobody else.
I venture I could do Benedict.
Do you know how to make eggs Benedict?
No, but I'm very adept at following recipes.
I mean, you could try it, but it's not going to be great. It's a very hard thing to do. It's like cooking a blowfish. You do it the wrong way, you get poisoned and you die. So I wouldn't try unless I don't know, man.
Roll the dice.
You guys hear a ghostly voice come through the tunnel. Just to point out, it's not actually the egg that's difficult. It's the hollandaise that gives you the real problem in a good egg's Benny.
Well, the egg doesn't help, though.
No, it does. It's not. And then the voice disappears.
Which is the thing. Most things don't help when you're cooking, but sure. Bread isn't like, hey, give me that spatula. I'll make this thing. I'll take
it doesn't put up a
Zen.
fuss. That's what I mean. It doesn't put up a fuss.
Hey, what's that ghostly sound we just heard?
Well, if I may interrupt, one last question, and far be it from Torben Snakebite to not want to save these dwarves, but you piqued my interest. This DeVry Institute. Now, when you say you learn a tool, you are then keep the tool. Is this metaphorical?
No, they would give you the actual tool.
They're giving out tools.
Yes. When you're done with the DeVry Institute, you have a full box of tools.
Oh, but
you get to keep.
So I can't sign up for 1 week, get load up on tools, and then drop out.
No, you have to go through each class for each tool. So flamethrower class, they teach you how to use a flamethrower. And then you get to keep the flamethrower and bring it home, put it in your garage.
So they don't do it like a bundle package.
No, because they don't want to give you tools you're not equipped to use.
Well, let's get to these dwarves then.
Well, I don't know. As a kid, I used to always say, man, I'm going to go to this school because what other school gives you tools? Well, you don't get anything to keep home. You go to UCLA, they don't give you, they don't give you hats even. You know what I mean? You have to pay
You
for
got to
hats.
buy them. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, DeVry, you get a full box of tools when you finish it as a reward.
Does DeVry have a school store?
I don't actually know. That's a really good question.
That's Barry, can I say that's a fantastic question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wonder who their mascot is. The entry-level positions.
Their mascot? Well, no, it was DeVry Apex Technical School, so it was a triangle, like to show the apex. Their mascot was just a shape. Which I'll be honest, you go to a football game, that guy's not getting you excited. A big triangle coming out and being like, "Go team, go."
Well, often in my experience, schools, accredited universities that are spread out far and wide throughout the strip malls of America do not field a football team.
An excellent point.
Yes. Yes, I was confused, but it took me a few to understand. But I agree.
There's sort of storefront type colleges in every state, hard to practice. You know what I mean? You got a guy in Wyoming and a guy in Florida playing tailback. It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Let's get to that ghastly sound.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to hear what that ghastly sound is.
Yeah,
I've been on this Zoom call for 2 hours. Did you know that I signed on 2 hours ago? So, before the podcast started. I think I already had a podcast with myself.
And as we continue walking towards the central location where all of the evil emanates from, hand in hand like a true married threesome.
Let's investigate that weird sound.
Dungeon Master.
Okay, so you guys are walking away from you've been walking away from the fire where the Wolof was for a while. You're going down the pretty straight tunnel. Barry keeps looking and swearing that there's arrows on the walls, but there's really no turns to take. But he seems confident, and you keep going down. And you've been walking for like an hour and a half. The lights start to flicker, and there's long stretches where there are no candles, and they come back on. And then you see a sign that there's a D at the beginning. It looks almost like a V that was broken off. And then at the very end, there's a little bit of a Y-ish looking letter at the end. And you hear these noises, these like crazy kind of guttural grunting. And you hear like some like screams. Like it sounds like a few people are getting fucking murdered and shit. And there's like, you can see that there's a corner and it's coming from down that corner. So what do you do?
Guys, listen, I know we have a thing here, but I really want to try to fight something. You guys want to try to fight something?
Well, first pardon me, I interrupted you, Ricky. Go ahead.
I'll just finish my sentence. Something. I want to fight something. And
I'll resume. Yes, I share your bloodlust. I share your bloodlust very much so. Widow's Maker has only tasted the blood of an otterbox so far upon this journey. I would suggest, as our intrepid dungeon master has said, there are, first of all, two things we must analyze.
Mm-hmm.
So from coming around the corner, we're hearing sounds of murderous scream. But also, do not forget, and I am not obviously familiar as you two with the Roman alphabet. I'm more of a runic man myself, but he did say there was a D, the remnants of a V, and a Y. What? At first, I got my hopes up because I thought, a Dave and Buster's here? And the Y. So I think our two tasks would be to maybe investigate what could be this sign be the remnants of, and then go around that corner and look for a fight, if you know what I mean.
Well, I'll tell you, I think I know what that sign is. I've been there. I've been there a lot of times. I've been there almost 96 times. It's a DMV, and the Y is why did you smash your car again? And I'll tell you, I've run in with these people a few times. I would like to investigate it, but I have a feeling I've had my papers done before.
Well,
this might be the DMV of the little monster people.
Yeah. Well,
so
then
you guys want to investigate the sign a little bit?
Well, I would say if Barry's on board, Ricky Magic seems to have a good feeling about what the sign is. I vote we table the sign for the moment and investigate around the corner these murderous noises, because Ricky has got my fighting erection going.
I would like to also ask if we can peer around the corner the way, three cartoons would, with one head over the other, to keep ourselves safe and also look cute. I like to look cute.
Smart.
What do you think, Barry?
So you guys, none of you guys are particularly sneaky. You're pretty big. One is a bear.
Got to agree with him this time.
Ricky, you're just, you're sneaky as a person, but not physically.
I got
so
scams,
I'm not going to give you,
but I'm fat.
not going to give you really any bonuses to stealth. However, this is a pretty dark tunnel, and whoever's going on is kind of focused in there. No one's really expecting anyone to come around this. So I'm going to give you guys a advantage on the roll. So I'm going to roll 120 to see what you roll on sneakiness.
Well, I'd also like to add, I don't know if you remember, I do have my Sony A6400, which does have a night vision option. Because I like to take pictures of landscapes.
Say that again. You have a what now?
My Sony A6400 camera for taking pictures of landscapes. Remember I would take pictures of landscapes?
You brought that in with you?
Well, you never know.
I don't remember, but I think so.
I remember he did.
Yeah.
Yep, he
He
did.
did because
Check
the tape.
that's there.
because of his the cargo shorts. They hold almost innumerable objects.
They're very big.
It's true. Okay, so you
And it's got my burner phone.
you rolled with
No.
advantage, means you get to roll twice and take the higher roll. Your first roll was a 3, which sucks dick. Your second roll was a 16. It's really dark. The people around the corner there were kind of otherwise, preoccupied. No one's expecting you. So you look around, and it's a circular room. There's tables and desks, and there's 2 podiums at both sides. There's 2 flat walls that have like writing on them, like a chalk type situation. But the tables are flipped. There are bookshelves also and things like that. Some of the tables are flipped and broken. There's a lot of dead dwarves on the ground. Looks like little tools scattered around on the ground. And then at the center, there's this one kind of dwarf who's kind of like on all 4 on knees, doesn't see you, but kind of cringing like this. And then with their back to you, there's 5 that what you think are dwarves. They're not facing you. They have their back to you. Their head is down. Their shoulders are slumped, and they're facing the person, kind of crouching and quivering and kind of bloodied up. They're all dwarves, but that's what you
maybe
see.
maybe like a dance troupe.
No, Barry, and I don't mean that to take your.
How do we know?
Well, we've been briefed on the situation, Barry. We know that there are dwarfs going crazy from some sort of emanating evil and killing other dwarves. So I just would say that probably, and I'm not ruling out entirely the possibility that it is a dance troupe. I'm saying the balance of probabilities in what we've seen, I think, are that these 5 dwarves are dwarves that have gone monster and have killed these other dwarves, and there's 1 remaining. And I think we've got no choice but to attack as a threesome.
But you don't know what a dance troupe is. Some people have other jobs. Some people, maybe they just dance on the side. Maybe they would dance for us now. Maybe they won't. You don't know what these people do in their off times. They could be monstering during the day, and at end, maybe they have secret passions. I just wanted to bring that up.
Could I propose?
Could be coincidence,
Could I propose a what's the word when you a compromise?
Sure.
Vegetable. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, if I were going to propose a vegetable, I propose shiitake mushroom is what I would propose. I haven't had one of those in forever, but is that truly a vegetable? I ask.
No.
This
not in any sense.
No.
Sorry.
I have a question for the Dungeon Master. Do I have my seeds on me still that could maybe give me powers? Do I still have those?
The supplements?
Yes.
Yeah. You all took some of the supplements.
Okay, I'd like to throw them at these people.
All of the supplements?
Again,
My portion.
I was going to propose a compromise, but
what is the compromise?
Well, no, I think as we've said, we do not. I'm not here to lead. If you want to throw
We're not
pills,
in Mazda.
if you want to throw small pills at people, fine. My compromise would be we attempt a 3-on-5 non-fatal attack and get these guys and really put them to the grinder and say, hey. Are you a dance troupe or is there some freaky stuff going on? And if you are indeed a dance troupe, then prove it. Let's see a number.
Stuff. I don't like freaky stuff.
Dance troops are like police officers. They have to tell you who they are.
Yeah.
Can we roll the dice?
Can we roll the dice on a 3-man a 3 versus 5 non-fatal attack? We want to subdue them for questioning.
Okay, so there's 3 of you and there's 5 of them with their back to you. And they seem zoned out. So I need each one of you. want to do this as a charge, basically, right? I need to know what each of you specifically, and I'll tell you right now, they're shoulder to shoulder, more or less, in a straight line.
Okay.
I mean, this sounds so much like a dance troupe.
So you guys got to tell me exactly what you want to do with your attack, and more or less which dwarf you're going to attack, and just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a straight line.
Well, I would propose. I'll let everyone decide their own forgive me for saying let as if I have any. We're a 3-person marriage. It's ridiculous, and I apologize. What I would like to do is, because of the strength I wield in Widow's Maker, I would like to personally accept responsibility for 2 dwarfs. I would like to render them more or less conscious, but totally immovable by charging with Widowmaker and smashing one of their knees. Each of their knees, I'll smash their leg, shattering their knee bone, making them in extreme pain, but they'll be lying on the ground for questioning.
I don't know that you could call that.
So this is what I'm going to do. Since you got a 2-handed weapon, I'm going to give you there's a thing where you could do like a sweeping attack, which would be get 2 guys at once. So what I'm going to assume, I'm going to put it for Torben, is you're going to go in and sweep it 2 of their legs. It's Widowmaker. It's going to, they're dwarves. They're going to smash their fucking legs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it'll be 1 sweep, because I can only give you, the one at your guys.
Got it. Yes, well, I am on board.
Okay. And are you guys, this is a charge, right? Will you guys be backing him up, or will you be attacking with him?
I have my own move. I have my own move I want to try, because remember, I don't have any weapons.
Of course.
So I have my move I'd like to try. Do I tell you about it now, or when it's after you roll it?
You're attacking at once.
Okay, I approach the furthest left guy and whisper in his ear, "Hey man, just go down, pretend I hit you. And this way nobody has to get hurt, and we'll just pretend like we're fighting, and neither of us look like pussies, and neither of us get hurt."
Okay, just so we're clear, you guys are going to be charging about 11 feet from where you are, still hidden, to them. Torben's going to come. He's going to swing the hammer down, try to sweep out the legs. Greg is going to pounce and whisper in the ear.
Convince roll.
And Barry, do you have a plan of attack?
Barry, Barry, before you speak, recall I've taken 2. Ricky has taken 1. You have bear strength. You do have to take care of 2.
Well, I'm only going to take care of 1.
Well, great. Fucking great.
Well, here's my thing. Can I?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I say my thinking?
You sure can.
Okay. Well, if you leave the 1 alone, then he'll probably think about what he's done and then join us. You know what I mean?
I guess anything's possible in the world of magic.
Because here's the thing. If you take 2 out, then that's 2 lives. But if you take 1 out, then the other guy can go, hey, maybe I was wrong the whole time. The mathematics on this isn't great for me.
I see.
Let's
so
roll.
You're leaving 1 alive to see. He'll now be faced on a 3-on-1 situation, and therefore have to speak to us. Even though I already took care of that by saying I'm not fatally attacking my guys, and Greg's guy is not even attacked. Or sorry, Ken Dressing's guy is not even attacked at all. He's just. We're hoping he agrees to lie down.
But we're both going to lie down together.
Yeah.
How about,
like a dual hit. Maybe
Okay,
we'll see.
Forget it. I'll sing 2 of them one of my songs.
Well, all right.
So,
Let's see how this attack goes.
Just so I'm clear, you guys are charging at the same time, at which point Torben was going to swing Widowmaker at sweeping out 2 of their legs. Dwarfs are short, and he's a Goliath. That's not even weird. That's entirely doable. Greg and Barry will be pouncing, at which point Greg will be whispering, Barry will be speaking.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
We're more vocal attackers, I
Joe,
guess.
can I ask a question of the Dungeon Master?
Absolutely. unlimited questions.
And I do.
Is that real?
And
Yes.
I do not.
Great.
I do not in any way want to say that I'm questioning the viability of my companion's plan. I don't
Right.
want to cast any doubt on what on Barry's ability to sing these dwarves into some kind of help, or Ricky's ability to just ask a guy to lie down. But
Well,
is there
if I
any?
punch him, he's going to kill me. I have no weapons.
Well, that's true.
Just to
It's-
clarify, none of the dwarves are holding weapons. Their hands are empty.
It's
And
more
you have that
Barry.
cam-
It's
you
more
have that
Barry
camera.
I'm looking at here because this guy's got fucking bear strength. Okay, the guy's got fucking bear strength and he wants to sing a song. But is there any way, Joe, I can any sort of benefit or role where I can be prepared after my sweep to handle a counterattack? Should the singing and politely asking fail?
Well, yeah. So basically, normally the attacks would go. Each one of you guys would attack in what's called an initiative order. You roll the die, and whatever the number comes in order, who goes first, second, third. You guys said you wanted to do a charge attack, and I said, okay, fuck it, we can make it happen. So after that, that counts as all of your attack at once. That I'm going to roll. It'll be individually at once. It's then the dwarves' turn.
Got it. Okay, great. Let's proceed.
But I'm just going to say, you're a Viking. You've got armor, and he's a bear. He's tough. Just because they hit you doesn't mean they're going to like murk you.
Right.
Great.
Right.
It's a battle. It's a little back and forth. So
In fact, nearly impossible because we require a podcast.
it's an excellent point, but
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Tell them your joke.
The only thing that could kill us is the FCC.
Yeah, Barry. No, that's great. That's great, Barry.
Thank them for.
Thank you. Thanks, Conan.
Again, you're not on a late night show. You're on a quest to save the dwarves.
Okay.
Also, why are we attacking these dwarves if we're trying to save the dwarves?
No, these are, if I may, Ricky, recall that there is an evil emanating from within the library of the dwarves that is changing dwarves into evil monsters. And we even questioned old Miss Stone's Thrower if it was okay for us to attack possessed dwarves. And she said that there's no way to get them back, really, and if they're possessed, it's go time. So all the evidence our eyes tell us from what we've seen, thanks to your camera, I should say, is that they're either dwarves that have been turned into monsters that have killed several dwarves on the ground, and I have one left cowering, or they're a dance troupe, and that's something we need to find out.
Let's see.
It's shit.
Okay, so
Just tell them.
Just let Joe roll the goddamn dice.
Yeah, Joe, you can roll.
thanks, Barry. All right, so I'm gonna. So Greg is gonna try it's a persuasion roll. I already gave you a persuasion bonus of +2.
Because I'm a businessman.
So you guys charge down. Persuasion roll. You rolled a
10.
You rolled a natural 20, and you got +2.
Baby.
And what?
But it's a fucking zombie without a brain. You can't persuade it to do anything. There is 0 effect.
Well, that seems to be like I never had a chance.
Well,
At the exact same time, Torben Snakebite, the Goliath Viking, rolled a 14, and I'm not going to tell you their armor class, but I will tell you that a 14 definitely fucking hits. I'm not going to even give you the bonuses because you hit. The thing comes down. It hits both their legs. Their legs just break instantly. Their bodies like go head over heels. They kind of just land with a thump. So then Barry, who we made a bard, he's going to have bonuses to his like musical stuff. We're going to roll a 20, and you rolled a natural 1, which is known as a botch. So what happens is while you're running, part of the rock beneath you kind of slips, and your arm goes under like this, and you smack down on your face and just
Classic
slide
Barry.
into the other two.
Like Chevy Chase.
Yeah, it's very
Live
very
from New
yuck,
York.
yuck.
It's Barry Claus.
Mary Claus. We've got a great show for you tonight. Musical guest, the cast of Enron.
So as this happens, the two dwarves that Torben hit, they fall face down. So all at once, the heads of the dwarves rotate 360 on their necks. The two laying down sit up, their heads, their spines breaking because it's backwards. Their heads turn, and they're all kind of looking at you. The skin down the center of their face splits, the skin peels back, the skull cracks open, and it looks like a kind of a skeletal hand comes out. Something in the middle of that hand opens, and an ear-piercing shriek comes out of this hand all at once. So you guys have to roll what's called a constitution check, because this is going to affect your mind. This is like a mind-altering.
Well, you're not going to worry about Barry then. That guy's got nothing in there.
So I was going to say, Torben is a hardened life Viking, so he's got a pretty good constitution. Ricky Magic is slick. He's got a pretty sharp fucking brain. And Barry is a fucking bear. So
He just fell on the ground.
Yeah.
Ouchie,
So,
wouchie.
I'm going to just go ahead and say that you guys were fucked up from the visual, but it doesn't really affect you too much.
So I'd also like to add that I'm so used to the Mazda Protege's banging bass that a lot of loud sounds don't affect me like normal people were, because my amp system, like I said, Alpine, they're bringing the best kind of sound you can get in a motorized system. So I'm pretty much used to loud ass noise, because I also like corn.
Yeah, sure, of course.
Bring up
Barry.
this
You
idea.
roll. Barry
Dungeon
rolls a
Master.
19. So you're fine too. Actually, everything's cool. It's got little effect. You guys kind of shake it off. The two dwarves in the center kind of get up to their feet. Their arms pop, and instead of just turning around, their arms pop and crack. Their hands twist on their wrists to now be
Sounds like a
facing
dance
you.
troupe. Doesn't it? Like the Jabberwockies.
Barry?
So
But am I wrong?
Yes.
the guy on the far left extends his hands out towards Ricky Magic. There's claws, and he slashes his arms at you.
Ooh, trouble.
He rolled a 6 and a 6. That's not going to beat your armor class.
Which is a business tie.
The two in the middle pop up to their legs. They do the flip around thing, and they both lunge at Torben with the same kind of fingery slash attack.
Good luck, fiends.
I mean, honestly, this sounds like the Thriller music video.
One
Again,
rolls a
those were
13.
zombies who also knew how to dance.
That's what I've been saying, Ricky.
Yeah.
I think we're ignoring a large fact here that we are in the middle of a dance music video.
So the first one rolls a 13, which does not beat Torben's armor, so it doesn't hit. The second one rolls a 1, which is a botch. So since it's a botch for this
He
game,
fell too.
Fell down again.
no, it's gonna be a little different. Since he misses like
It is dark.
spastically, Torben, I'm gonna let you attack back. You take advantage of this spaz and you attack back. You roll a 5, so you miss 2. So it's basically a push.
Hey, Torben, don't take that personally, man. You're still the toughest guy in the group, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's just the lighting is bad in here.
Absolutely, that's what I thought when you slipped. I said to myself, that could have happened to any one of us. the footing is unsure here. It's not a matter of dexterity. It's a loose gravel. This isn't safe.
I'll tell you this: if I had my run flats in here, we would not be slipping anywhere. Those things are traction slick.
Now, I would.
Dungeon Master.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe this is good. So for the dwarfing community, like, I don't know, they could, maybe the city could get involved, because this isn't unsafe.
Yeah, you got to understand that dwarves are used to being in tunnels, so for them it's not that big a deal. But for you guys who are from the surface, this is treacherous.
Still, though, this is something to complain about to the
Well,
city.
they could certainly be looking at it quite the whether they're used to it or not. That's grounds for a class action suit if I've ever seen it. He could have easily pulled a tendon or something of that matter easily.
And I'll say this: I'm still clocked in at my job, so I'm definitely going to get workman's comp if I get hurt. I'm on the clock.
Now,
This is a problem with being a freelancer.
Something that I would like to bring up, and I do again, Barry. I have nothing but respect for you, and respect and honor for a Viking is everything.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
But I do, again, you're not on a late night show. I am not Conan O'Brien. I am your friend Torben Snakebite. I think that in order to accomplish our goal, which is to save the dwarves, our best bet, we have seen these, what you call a dance troupe, are brainless. They are incapable of thought. They are zombies.
Now we're really talking about a dance troupe.
It also should be noted, I think we're still in the middle of being attacked. I don't think all three of them rolled.
Well, no. So here's what I say. I propose to say this to you, Barry, and
You've proposed to me once before, and I said yes.
I wonder if you'll accept this. If I accept these gentlemen are a dance troupe, will you accept that it is a dance troupe that is worth killing, and our best bet is to question the one non-monster dwarf quivering and cowering in front of them? He may provide us with the best answers if we should survive their attacks. Is that something you can accept, Ricky, Barry? Because if you say we must keep this dance troupe alive, I'll go along with you. I just think it's a mistake.
Well, let's see what the dungeon master says about this. We're still in the middle of, they didn't finish their assault yet. So let's see how this assault plays out, and then I'm with you. I'm with Torben. You're not the actual leader, but you do lead by example, and so I do follow you, even though it's unspoken.
Well, what's unspoken for me, which could cause problems down the line, is I've been unspokenly following you.
This is why we're getting nowhere.
Yeah, this might be a real circular pattern. And Barry follows seemingly some sort of code that's indecipherable, much like the German Enigma code during World War II. Yes, I guess, Dungeon Master, please allow them to continue attacking us.
Okay, so the last two kind of do the same thing. Their body just completely rips and spins around, so they're facing Barry. The first one rolls a 5, which does dick. The second one rolls a 16, which hits. So your armor class that I gave you, you can know your armor class. Torben and Barry's armor class is 15, and Ricky's armor class is 11. So the 16 hits. He's gonna
Many accidents.
Yeah, he's gonna roll for damage, and he does six damage to Barry. He slashes, and 6 points of damage is done.
Oh. Barry, okay?
And then
I'll be fine. Brush it off.
So I'm gonna do a quick initiative roll for you guys now.
Uh-huh.
I've been through worse.
Yeah. Oh, thank God, none of these people are Uncle Paul.
Who goes first?
It's like, who can hurt you at that point?
What may I ask? What exactly is an initiative roll?
It's just the order you guys fight in.
Go ahead. Roll for me. Sure.
Can I say something about the armor class?
Of course. Go ahead.
Armor class is like insurance companies. For
Pretty
Ricky.
much. It's not even inaccurate, which is upsetting.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so Torben, you got an 18. Fuck it. Torben got an 18. Ricky, you got a 2. Barry has a 13. So it's going to go Torben, Barry, Ricky last. Torben, what do you want to do?
What are we looking at left of our opponents?
The two dwarves that you attacked are kind of like they look like they're kneeling. The bottoms of their legs are shattered, but they're walking on their like knees and they're like clawing at you. And it's a little bit awkward because you're so fucking big and they're way close to the ground. There's two other ones kind of zombie attacking Barry, and Barry's, you know, shucking and getting around there doing the thing.
Hey, cut it out. What's the big idea? I don't
And
get it. We don't know each other's names.
The first guy is kind of lunging at Ricky, and Ricky's kind of hopping around, avoiding these slashes as best he's able.
Here's what I'd like to do here. And a Viking often bites off more than he can chew, as we all know. I'd like to roll to smash all of their heads, and then as many people know, and it's something that my community is dealing with, and we are actively trying to, you know, undertake this problem, and we do a lot of group meetings, but we often confuse violence and sexuality. So I'd like to try and attempt. I'd like to try and attempt to. I'd like to try and attempt to smash all of their heads, and then fuck one of them in his skull.
With your dick or with the hammer?
No, with my penis, because I want to come. You know.
So just so I don't want to take any of the sheen off of this. You want to try to swipe all 5 at once with the hammer.
No, can I kind of run around and hit them all like whack-a-mole, you know?
That would be multiple attacks. I can do it.
Oh,
but you know, you're a Goliath. You got long arms and you got a long hammer. I'd be inclined to give you the attempt.
I'll attempt at the swipe and the face fuck.
Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. You're going to have to roll a 15 or higher to pull the move off.
Oh.
Question. Should I fail and maybe only maim 1 or 2? Can I still do the face fuck on those ones?
We'll get there, handsome. I got you.
Okay, because that's a big part of it for me. And I'm not proud. I'm not proud.
Maybe the biggest part.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you roll,
I don't know that your pride in it offers condolence to the situation.
So I'm gonna roll a 20. If you get a 15 or higher, I'm gonna let you have it, and then I'm gonna roll, and then okay. So we'll do that first. You rolled a 17.
Oh,
so
boy.
Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll a 5-sided die, and whatever your number is, that's how many are destroyed. So
Nice.
I'm going to make you so you knock them all down because I didn't think you were going to get that roll. But whatever you get, so here's your...
Clean them out for us.
So you got a 4. So 4 of their heads fucking explode.
Hold on. I need something to fuck, my friend. I didn't say anything about exploding their heads.
All right, so... Well, it's a big hammer and there's zombies. So
I'll fuck a neck hole.
4 of the heads explode,
Beggars
and
can't be choosers in this world.
because 2 of them were like kneeling, it was like kind of like a swooping thing, and you're a big guy and you kind of boom, but you hit the 4 and it's like really fucking cool. The last one you kind of lose and you kind of knock into him, and Ricky kind of gets pushed back from the whole thing, but he falls directly to its knees with its face directly in front of your crotch. And in like one move, actually I'm gonna roll for it. 16. In one move, you pull up your fucking crotch leather strap that's covering you, and you just shit your fucking dick directly into the gaping skeletal hand mouth of the hand that's coming out of the face. So now I'm going to need you to roll a constitution check because you just fucked the screaming demon mouth of evil monster.
To see if he gets AIDS? Is it to see if he gets AIDS? What's the roll for?
Nobody look. Nobody look. This is not something we're proud of. It's not a part of our culture that we like to promote. It's hard for us.
Okay,
Yeah, man,
so
it seems like it's definitely hard for you.
the demon rolled a 17,
Conan.
so it latches right on to your Goliath dick. And
Oh, this looks like we're gonna be missing a dick soon.
I'm gonna get.
Maybe that won't be so bad. Maybe you finish that
So
screenplay.
he rolled, and I'm going to say, I'm not going to give you a defense on it because you put your dick in there. So,
I said specifically I want to fuck a dead man's mouth. I didn't say I go to a live guy and fuck his face.
well, they're all dead.
Oh, they're the undead. Shit. This is
no,
classic.
wait. So you meant like slain?
Yes, one that I had smashed their head, then I fuck it as a celebration.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd also say that he could be defending against diseases that could be the undead. I'm sure carrying something, maybe swine flu.
Okay, so that's my fault. He hits the
Could be.
last one.
You
The
don't-
last
you
one
don't
kind of
want that.
falls down and like rolls over a little bit, and he just picks up one of them and just goes to town, and it's like former esophagus hole.
Okay, you boys take care of that final one. I'll be over in the corner doing nothing you need to worry about. Nobody look.
All right, so Barry, you're up next. There is one zombie demon dwarf pulling itself back up to its feet.
Yeah, well, normally I would say I was just singing a song. I don't want, I mean, it's pretty outnumbered at this point, so maybe I'll just kind of play one of my favorite TED Talks.
Looks like I'll be facing this thing.
How would that go? How would you play a speech of someone?
How did the word randomizer in your brain foresee this happening?
I don't think I would get caught. I didn't think I'd get fucked on something, but I need you to
Well,
explain.
here's the thing, right? Those four unfortunate zombies are being sexually assaulted even after death by Torben. So I don't really want this zombie to befall the same fate. And have we tried knowledge?
Yeah, we did when I tried to talk to it.
No,
This
I
thing
just
is
meant
not listening.
literally,
Yeah, but-
how do you play a TED Talk? Like what is the action that your body does to make?
Oh, okay. Well, I pace back and forth on the stage, and I kind of have a clicker, and I just kind of click it.
You didn't bring a clicker with you,
Well, actually, you know what? Since
nor is there a stage.
Rock Thrower gave him a projection screen, so you have the magical
That's true.
projection.
No, I'm pretty
No,
sure I threw
Greg
that in
threw that
the.
out the Ken
He threw
Dressings
that
threw that
out.
out the window
He threw that.
immediately.
True enough.
Okay, can I go a different idea then?
Yeah, man.
Huh.
I'd like to jump in real quick, if I may, and I'm all finished over there in the corner. I gotta say,
Well, selfish lover, I guess.
well, here's the
Yeah,
thing,
murdering,
and that-
fucking someone that's dead is possibly the pinnacle
See,
of
that
selfish
just
loving.
that just adds to what I have to say, Barry. And this is important that you hear it. We're friends. We're in a tri-marriage. I've never once have I brought up your sexual picadillos. Never once have I tried to shame you for any of your sexual holdbacks back when you didn't have a boner. That I never said anything. And I told you this is a sensitive topic for me and my people, that sometimes we confuse violence and sex, and we and first of all, you said all four. I only fucked one, dead one in the mouth, and you made me feel. You don't think I don't already feel guilt about it, and you heap that on top of me? That hurts, man.
While you're talking, the dwarf guy is now back up on its feet and
I
walking
received
toward
that.
you.
Thank you. That's all I wanted. I just wanted.
Hey guys,
to be
I hate
heard.
to be with this zombie thing's back alive. He's coming for us hot.
Okay, now I've got my idea.
Okay.
I go against all of my learned instincts and I revert back to my animal nature from when I was born. And I snap the zombie's neck like a twig, only to feed it to my friend Torben so he can have sex once more.
Well, I like your plan. I'm not going to fuck it. It's this thing where we got to do the violence and then it's all fucked up in our minds. But I do think you should snap its neck like a twig.
Still a nice offer. I
I will say I appreciate the offer. And I wouldn't quite frown on it if you want to take a little fuck run yourself. It'll grow on you.
Oh no, I cannot turn into my uncle. Now, wait. So you're saying you have to commit the violence in order to commit the sexual act?
Yeah, it's all fucked up. Our brains are fucked up. They've confused violence and sex, and we're not proud of it.
Okay, so I divert the zombie.
No. I can't come again this quickly, is what I'm saying. So just snap its neck.
Your turn. You need to act.
Yeah, just snap its neck. I think that was a great idea.
Well, now I'll just be snapping its neck for no reason, which goes against my principles.
Well, just keep us from being murdered.
It's definitely trying to kill you if you want that for a reason. But
you could also give it to Ricky Magic, who I know would have no problem rifling through its pockets, seeing if there's any things to steal and throw on the ground.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. And we've tried reasoning with these people.
Yes, we have. We've been told 3 to 4 times they are zombies with no brains.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you kind of paint me. I'm back against the wall here.
Yeah,
That's also not the saying.
Literally.
While you guys are talking, the dwarf walks over to one of the fallen dwarves, and it kind of reaches down, and the second dwarf merges with the first dwarf.
Oh, fuck, Barry, you got to do something here.
So now you have a much bigger dwarf that looks kind of, you could see the different, not very different skin tones down the center of a now double dwarf. The skin on its arms peels off and the skeletal hands pop out, and they look kind of like really sharp and fucking shitty.
They're going Voltron on us.
Barry, you gotta do a move.
How tall are they now?
Just snap its neck, man.
Well, and now
About
it seems,
6 feet tall.
And how tall am I?
You're a bear, so standing on your feet, I'm going to say you're a Kodiak grizzly. I'm going to say you're about 7 feet tall on your feet, and probably about 4.5 on all fours with your head at about,
Well, my nose is not what it used to be, but I smell a fair fight. Okay. I pretend that they're all the record executives that have turned me down for my albums,
Now you're talking.
and I attack them as if I were in a Hollywood boardroom.
What does that entail?
Attack. Just take it. Just roll for
He
attack.
just wants to snap his neck. Do not give him any opportunity more to speak.
All right, so
I was asked a question.
Barry,
What it entails? Blind rage, and then me going, "I'll show you when I'm on top."
Barry,
See you at the
Barry-
Grammys.
Barry falls down to all fours and charges towards the zombie. He rolls 15. Oh, wait, it's a double zombie. Yeah, 15 hits. He rears up at the last minute, pounces him down with both of his paws because he has no claws. Reaches down, opens his mouth, grabs the thing by the chest, and just starts ragdolling the friggin' thing.
Nice, Barry. Nice.
The other ones
Capitol
start
Records.
to get up.
I'll go to Capitol Records.
Barry's eyes are rolled back in his head. He's smashing the other ones, and it's like nothing. It's only held together with evil magic, so the pieces are just flying off of it, and it just crumbles into mush. The other ones are twitching, but there's nothing much left to them. You guys are pretty sure that the battle is over. The only thing that's left is the dwarf in the fetal position, covering up over, I would say 3-4 feet away from you.
I would like to. I feel that, first of all, Barry, fine work, and I know that you often are troubled by things in your past and in your life, and I want to say that violence against evil is okay, and you did nothing wrong, and you are good enough.
Thank you. I appreciate that. The true evil in this world is how they're robbing artists of their masters.
Yes.
Amen,
And that's
brother.
what they were trying to do to me.
Amen.
Right. Now, what I would like to nominate,
Own our own music.
if Barry, you're on board, I think without a doubt the best speaker amongst us is Ricky Magic. I would like to ask Ricky if you're willing question this not yet monsterized dwarf, see what info you can get out of him. Will you take on that role?
Let me think. Because I didn't get to do anything. So I want to... Ricky's a very kind of a ham.
Well, this seems to be the most important thing.
Yeah, but I do want to attack something. That just seems like so much fun.
I can offer myself up.
One of the dwarves is ripped from like this shoulder to just under its arm. It's pulling itself.
Wait, is this guy a zombie or a bad guy? Is this guy a zombie or is he?
This is one of the remains of the zombie one. It's got one arm and a head, and it's pulling itself.
Oh, so not all of the
Ricky
villains. The villains have not all been thwarted.
I think what happened was a bit of brotherly love, where he reanimated one to give you a shot.
Great. Great.
So it's crawling up.
I reach into my cargo pocket, and I don't know if you guys remember this, but in the first episode, I planted something in that. What was his name, Joe?
Vic Rocco.
Vic Rocco was the brother.
Rocco's weapons room. Remember, I just said, "Oh, I don't want a weapon." Then I planted something secretly. What that is in my pocket. It's kind of a little dimensional portal that gives me the ability to pull any weapon from that room, kind of like Kang. I don't think any of you know who Kang is. So, Joe, how do I know what weapon I pull out of here?
So
I roll for that?
You have a dimensional portal that
in my cargo pants pocket.
In no other place in any time the game would be played would a DM ever allow you such an item of infinite power at first level. So,
but I'm Ricky Magic.
You put your hand through the thing into
down. They're in my cargo pants pocket, so it's
in your cargo pants pockets. From your pockets, it goes right to Vic Rocco's kind of trophy wares room. Unfortunately, Vic Rocco is a peddler and a aficionado of magical weapons and things like that. Also, he's a crime boss, so his room is very magically protected from pretty much the worst shit that could happen, let alone a level 1 guy of...
Who said I'm level 1?
I did, because...
I like 50 jobs. This is...
So you reach through, and I'm going to let you roll a 20.
Nice.
So you roll a 20, and you got a 17, which is good. I'm going to say that your hand gets through.
Ultimate nullifier? What do I get?
So I'm gonna let you roll a D4. I got 4 things that you can grab from there.
Okay. Can I say what they are, or you pick 2? I pick 2.
No, I pick, and then you get what they are.
Such a dick.
Ricky.
What?
I think between Barry and I, we're fairly well weaponized. So get a weapon if need be. But also, no one will frown upon you if you choose to just touch his werewolf wife's boob.
Well, I already got this thing. I already put my arm in here, so we got to see what
that's where she lives. You sneak the hand right up in there.
My God, Torben, it was just a minute ago. You're ready to go again, huh?
I'm not ready to go again, but I like my friends to get theirs.
That's pretty good. Well, Dungeon Master, what are the 4 things?
Okay, so I'm going to give you a D6. So
I feel like you're just winging it.
1 being I have been winging it this whole game, so you guys can play.
Well, not only that, this is Torben speaking, but in my understanding, that sort of is exactly what a dungeon master does. It's sort of the point.
Okay.
So what it's going to be is 1 would be I'm not going to give you something that sucks, but it'll be 6 weapons.
I know. I trust you. You're my brother.
So it's 6 weapons, 1 being the least great, 6 being pretty good. And you have rolled 5.
Can I say what it is, or you have to say what it is?
You pick what it is, and I will give you the power level of it.
Great. It's a golf club.
So you, motherfucker. So you pull a fucking...
Pretty
pull
cool.
out a thing, and it's exquisite. It's carbon fiber.
Hell
it's
yeah!
raised like a chopstick, but it's adamantine steel. The leather is beautiful.
I'm usually a graphite guy, though. Is that really going to be a problem?
Well, the head is obviously graphite, and it's engraved, and there's, kind of sprinkled with jeweled dust. There's dragon tortoise leather on the handle, runes, and it's a driver. It's
nice.
Beefy. So you pull the thing out, and you got
driver for a driver.
Hey. So you have the driver in your hand, and here comes one arm coming towards you. What do you
yell for? I yell, 4! And I wind up and knock that baby in the head.
You roll.
19. Hey, all right. Beginner's luck.
It is one of the most beautiful swings you could possibly imagine. It doesn't just go through the thing's head, it vaporizes it into a mist. There's a cloud of it just in the air. The thing falls limp. The mist kind of goes through the air. And you have the driver in your hand, and all of a sudden you hear a voice speaking from the air. It's definitely Vic Rocco's voice saying, real sneaky, you son of a bitch. I like that you fucking did it, but nobody steals from Vic Rocco. I'm taking it back.
I was going to ask him a favor.
It dissipates in the air and goes right back to where it was. And,
wait, can I ask my favor of Rick Rocco? Because he owes me a favor.
The guy you just stole from? Yeah, ask him a favor.
But he does owe me a favor. Remember, he owes me a favor?
Before you stole from him, he could consider giving you that weapon a favor. You don't know, but go for it. Shoot your shot.
Yeah, I want to keep the golf club.
That's your favor.
Why would that be a problem?
It's not a problem, but you're asking for a favor from a very powerful weapon dealer crime boss and saying, can I keep this golf fucking club?
I think what it could be considered, and you wielded that golf club like a regular Tiger Woods. It was a beauty to behold. Don't get me wrong. I think the consideration to be made here is, could the favor of Vic Rocco be used for something even more powerful, more
like maybe the three of us get to fuck his wife?
Yes. I wasn't thinking that, but that was better than what I was thinking. I was thinking more some sort of emergency transport vehicle should we need to leave an area or something of that nature. Whereas,
let me tell you, there's no use for an MP5 unless you got a little wing ding in the back to take care of your ding ding. You know?
Yeah, well, I know. I just fucked the skull. You don't have to tell me twice. But hey, you decide yourself. I think the golf club would do us also very well.
Because that's the thing, Dungeon Master. Since Vic Rocco saw me stealing, does that mean that my infinite amount of pocket is now I can't use it again for the next monster?
Your pockets are infinite because they're infinite. The thing that you just used was your magical item that you came with. It doesn't affect your pockets. Your pockets are still your pockets.
So I can still put weapons in my pockets?
The thing that you used is a separate thing.
I think Vic has taken down the portal on his end. He saw it. He took the portal out from under his desk where you put it. So you're fucked. All
right. So I guess we killed that monster. We can move along then. I'm going to save my favor for later.
Okay, now
maybe
Ricky,
a victory roll in the hay.
Ricky, what we're gonna require from you, I think, is to question and get as much information as possible out of this quivering, cowering, last remaining non-monsterized.
I thought I hit him in the head with a golf course.
No, that was a zombie one. There's still one living regular one.
I'm gonna talk to him.
We need to talk to him. Yes, see what you can get out of this guy.
I'm gonna go up to him, and I want to pet his head, touch his face, and say, buddy, I've been there. We all been there. Take us there.
So the dwarf kind of feels it and hears a voice, and it's definitely not a undead demon thing. Kind of looks up, and it's a male dwarf, short cropped gray beard. The hair's back in little kind of braided type things, and he kind of gets up.
Kind of like Coolio. No, more like Exhibit.
Yeah. It's tasteful. It's tasteful.
Oh, I like tasteful. Like being on a Caribbean cruise to the Bahamas.
Yes, where you get the little beads even if your hair's not long enough.
Those are nice.
Like Allen Iverson.
Yes, like Allen Iverson.
Or like
I'd say greatest inch-for-inch player that ever lived.
Yeah, I think you're right there. Highly underrated. But amongst basketball players beloved.
Absolutely. The man was 5'10", billed as 5'10", probably between 5'8" and 5'9", and was putting up 40 to 50 points a game at one time. Come on.
True inspiration.
He's got a statue in China.
He does. Dungeon Master, where are we?
So the dwarf kind of gets up and looks around. He's like looking for the zombies, and he sees a Goliath, which you don't see a lot of Goliaths in tunnels. He sees Ricky Magic right next to him, and he sees the bear that's got like dead, still kind of like monster shit hanging out of him. And he's like, who are you guys? What did you guys just take care of this? Like, who sent you? What's going on? Like
Mark information.
What?
I'm Mark information. Hartford insurance agent.
Ricky, maybe take over if you could.
He's my friend. This is my friend. He says anything. He just says he's like one of those improvisers.
I get you a great deal on life insurance.
Dungeon Master, keep going. What is happening with this guy?
The dwarf gets up and he extends his hand and he says, you said your name, right?
Sure. Yeah, I'm Ricky Magic. Ken Dressings, whatever you like.
He says, okay, Ricky. He goes, nice to meet you. Thank you very much. He says, my name is Edith Gravel. I'm the headmaster of the Dwarf University, and we've been down here studying, making the ultimate egg cooking chart.
Nice.
For all times. We've gone through all the dwarven egg cooking procedures, human, elf, even Goliath, and just trying to get the definitive egg cooking chart here with the Dwarf University.
Barry, touch his face to see if it's real.
This could be a mirage, guys. For when you're thirsty, you see the thing that you want the most. Are you real?
He kind of pats the bear's paw. He's like, yeah, I'm real. We have a small kind of satellite class here in the big library while we try to learn these things. Then shit got crazy. They killed all my students. He goes, 4 of them were here on a dancing scholarship, and they're all monsters now. It's fucked. It's a nightmare.
Edith, if I may ask a question, we've been sent by Tony Rocco to save the Dwarven Library to figure out where this evil emanates from. Two-parter, really, for you. One, Edith, bit of a, no judgment, but a bit of a lady's name.
What do you mean?
Edith.
Hey, Torben, easy. This guy, you don't want to offend this guy.
Oh,
maybe they're okay with gender roles being swapped.
Yeah.
We're 3 guys in a 3-way marriage. All of a sudden, you got a problem with a lady's name?
I've got no problem. I'm
Torben,
just
where's this
curious.
coming from?
Okay, hey, skip over question 1. Question 2.
You watched a dead skull
listen,
a half an hour ago. Now all of a sudden, you're like, Sally.
To each his own, Edith. Now,
also, Torben, what kind of name is that? I'm not done.
I've been set correct by my companions, as I should rightfully have been, and I hope no disrespect was given, Edith, who is a man. Now, question 2. Do you have any knowledge of where this evil is emanating from and where we can head to stop it? Where should we go from here?
Absolutely. It started down at the main vault, at the center of the library, the ancient vault. It's always been guarded by an army of dwarves. There was at least 10 armed guards there, and only the most...
I don't know if I'd call that an army.
Well, no, this is not it. This is the classroom. It's further down. We're not even allowed to go down there. I've only seen it in passing. So I mean, if you down there, and it was sealed and guarded, and only the most knowledgeable of our learned dwarves were allowed to enter it. And I wasn't there when it happened, but somebody went in, and when they came out, shit really hit the fan, as they say.
And do you have extraordinarily specific directions on how to get there? I mean, directions that you would give if there was 2 members of a 3-member band who are almost hell-bent on not getting to a particular place. Do you have directions for us?
You don't need directions. It's basically a straight tunnel. You just keep going down the tunnel. There are some turns, but you can only go one way. If you keep going down there, eventually you're going to see the doorway to the big amphitheater, and in there is the door. I mean, they've been pouring out of there. I haven't been in there since this happened, but there's only one place they could have come from.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you'll have to join your intrepid explorers next episode.
Wait, time out. So just thank you guys for helping me before you get down there at Dwarf University. What we normally do is on your first day, we give you a toolbox. And as we work you through everything, we give you the tool that you get to keep.
See,
so
it's good.
You were right, Ricky. You were right.
It's the best colleges. They give you this stuff.
Please take this toolbox of tools that we have, and I hope it helps you in your
Sure, I'll take it.
To the
Ricky?
Give it to me.
Ricky?
Maybe he's gotten better.
Okay, yeah, give it to Ricky.
Do you have anything else to say, Dungeon Master, before you hand this over to me?
No, that's you. He tells you the way to go. He gives you the toolbox full of tools, and he's very, very thankful. And he hauls ass in the other direction.
Cool. I just want to take this toolbox, say thank you so much for giving it to me, and then sprint in the opposite direction back to the fire and throw it in there.
The fire's 2 hours away.
Well, this is going to be a long run.
So you're running with him. He's running in that direction also.
Who is?
The guy that gave you the tools is
Edith is running?
out. He's running out. He doesn't want to be in there.
I'll take it to a vote. Do you guys want me to? Does anybody else want to hold these tools?
I do, but I also do not want to stand in the way of what gives you pleasure. And if taking a thing that could be useful and destroying it is what makes your clock tick, then who am I? Then who am I to stand in your way?
All right.
Yeah,
we'll find a
I like my
compromise.
hands free too.
I don't like to carry anything. That's where I'm
I'm
coming
starting
from.
to carry.
You have
Let's do a
unlimited
compromise.
pockets. You have pockets that hold everything.
I do?
It was for creation.
Infinite, as a matter of
But-
fact.
Yeah, that's a good point.
There's something nice about doing one of these old windmills with a toolbox and whipping it as far as I could.
I've got an idea.
Uh-huh.
What if you were to windmill the toolbox, whip it against the wall, and whatever tools might spatter about and survive, maybe put one or two in your pocket. If
I
you
do
care
that.
to.
I
Yeah,
love
do
that. I do that.
Go ahead. Do that. Do that.
That seems like a good compromise.
All right, so it's a metal toolbox made by the finest engineers, designers trained at the very exclusive Dwarf
I had my
University.
golf club out to launch these things at the golf club
I miss that club dearly.
too. No, it'd be really nice if there was a golf club in there, not hinting towards anything, but I'd be so happy.
You look natural holding it. Did I ever tell you that? You look
Yeah.
like a natural.
Well, it's graphite, and I bend well with graphite.
So you roll the 16. The box hits, but it doesn't bust open. But as it hits the ground, the latches kind of fall over. It kind of spills out, and then you see like tools.
A golf club? Doesn't have to be. Whatever you choose. But I'm just saying, I am looking specifically for a golf club.
It looks like a golf club to me. I'm quite a distance, but it does look like a golf club to me. Nice and shiny, graphite handle.
It's just
Maybe one of
tools.
Tiger Woods's. You know, the guy, he's got a pro model.
Yeah,
I've always wanted one too. It'd be really nice.
yeah. And I even saw some. I can't make out the brand, but they kind
Roll
of
an
look like
investigation
Titleist
check. Do you want
balls
to roll an
in one of the
investigation check?
pockets.
Yes.
You rolled a 2. You look through the toolbox. You're digging through it. You find it. Oh wait, no, you didn't. You rolled an 8. There's no fucking golf club in the toolbox that's about 2 feet wide. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but good to look. Good to look.
I love you, homie. I wish I
So
could.
sad.
Do it.
Well, this toolbox fucking sucks. Who's ever made a repair job without a golf club? That toolbox can suck my dick.
Dungeon Master,
Yeah.
can I do a craftsman roll?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to do a craftsman roll.
Well,
to
let's see
if
what's
I
in this
can-
box first, and then do your craft. Because I think I know
Oh.
where you're going, but I think we were going to craft it, right?
Yeah, I was thinking about crafting my guitar into maybe a golf club.
Oh,
God,
don't
your
waste that
guitar.
adamantium base.
I thought you were going to do it with the tools we found. That's even sweeter.
No,
God,
it's
Barry,
even
that's
dumber.
Really nice.
Dorman. Oh, you're one to talk about intelligence. Having sex with dead people.
I told you I'm not proud of that, and I can't help it. It's a problem, much like you have confidence problems stemming from the shower with your uncle. It's a sexual dysfunction that I'm seeking help for with Sharon, my therapist.
Yeah, man, I guess when you put it like that, it's tough to argue because that seems like a valid comparison. I guess just on sight, it just looks gross.
I told you not to look. I said no one look. I said
right?
no one look.
I know, but then that's the thing about history. It's like if you look away, then are you actually helping more than you're hurting?
This was not a historical moment. I fucked a dead zombie.
Well, it's a historical moment in my life.
And that, ladies and gentlemen,
we got
okay.
We'll see. I just wanted to see what we investigate. We did an investigative roll.
Sorry,
I see what we found.
We're a couple rolls behind. You're right.
You already rolled the investigation check.
And what we find?
There's a wrench. There's a couple of wrenches. There's a really nice socket set, screwdriver, hammer, a chisel. There's a level. There's a tape measure. There's a couple pieces of chalk, and that's it. It's the basic.
Where the hell am I going with these tools? Throw these tools down the hallway.
No, we can build a tiny house. They're very affordable.
Well, and we also are in a land of stone. A chisel could come in handy, or a tiny house. One of the two, you know.
I'd like to say that, when you get a Christmas present, you've been asking for something all year, and you open it up, it's a goddamn sweater. None of this shit is all sweaters to me. I wanted a graphite golf club, and I got a goddamn wrench. You guys want it, you carry it. I'm not carrying it.
Just to clarify, this is not the end of the game, and All
right, we'll see what happens next week.
Ladies and gentlemen, you'll leave our intrepid travelers here. I've been Torben Snakebite. That's Barry Claus on the adamantium base. Ricky
Hopefully
Magic
I can come back.
/ Ken Dressings with the smooth tongue. Of course, Dungeon Master Joey guiding us the whole way. And Domino Simpson, our producer, who's sort of taken a back seat, decided to wait by the car. Not very interested in what's happening. Frankly, sick of the Dungeons and Dragons saga, it seems. But that's been the free episode. We'll be back next on the, I believe, $10 episode, then the $5 episode. Who knows when this will wrap up? Nobody.
Do you want to plug your podcast, Conan?
Who the fuck are you? I'm not Conan.
All right, cut it.